once this all comes together, this is my first audio tryout at home, so if this all sounds good, I'm sure I'll get some feedback. But
so why are you taking highlights and 5% of frenemies? You told me that it was to pay them, that they could be working.
It's for production costs.
Okay, but you told me
it's for
at the
production
beginning.
Costs.
In that
it's
case,
for production costs.
If this all sounds good, then I think we'll be able to go forward.
Because you love money doesn't mean.
If this all sounds good, then I think we'll be able to go forward.
In that case,
for production costs.
Right. So for production costs.
Yeah.
It's called Daddy Dearest, and it's about a father who keeps his daughter in the basement to be his slave. But the twist is,
fill the room with the juice. That's a lot of loot. That bit fire. Yeah, she kinda cute.
Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be reacting to something I definitely did not know about. The title alone is a little here's a trigger warning. That's all I'm gonna say. Here's a trigger warning. The Messed Up Mind of Trisha Paytas wrote a book about child blank for Tom Hanks to star in. Now, something I want to bring up is that there is a correlation, correct? Let's all be very clear that there's definitely a correlation when it comes to this sort of kink, fetish, whatever word you want to call it. And that is that obviously this person was touched, handled in some manner or another as a child, whether that be by a male or female. Normally it's a male, but male or female. So let's keep that in mind when we come across these kinds of conversations. Not in the aspect of normalization, because that is definitely something they're trying to do, and we're definitely not doing that over here, but we do need to keep in mind that there is a reason that this is something that is seen as... Okay, so I'm editing right now, and I was gonna put in the part of the audio that's like, what are you doing, step bro? And if you know, then you know. So let me go to YouTube and see if they have like another audio of it. Of course, I come across a ridiculous video. What is this? Just listen.
Oh, hey, step bro. Oh, I was just gonna do the laundry. Oh, what about you?
A pleasurable experience to the victim, right? So with that being said, let's hop in here. This video is literally only 4 minutes long, so I am excited for that just because I'm ready to read my book. Also, didn't even show y'all this in the last video, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. Dr. Joe, that man, this book, I'm excited and I'm ready to read it. So let's hop into this. If you guys have any book recommendations, please leave them down below, whether you're subscribed or not, brand new or not, please let me know because I am literally reading these books so fast that it's driving me insane at this point. So let's see what Miss Trisha has to say here.
It's called Daddy Dearest, with Tom Hanks. Really, really good. I love Tom Hanks. I've had this idea for some time now. I have this book I wrote that I want to turn into a movie, which first I should probably publish the book. But I have this book idea. Okay, we're recording. Like, what if I'm not even recording this hour long of talking to myself? This book idea, I'll just say it. I never really said it because I always thought someone would like steal the plot, but I don't think anybody wants to steal this plot. So basically, it's called Daddy Dearest, and it's about a father who keeps his daughter in the basement to be his slave. But the twist is she becomes a zombie. Like, so what we don't know, well, okay, she becomes a zombie. I won't give away. Did that give it away? It probably did. I don't know. If anyone has any interest in publishing this book or giving me a movie deal based off this book, I'll take it. I will take it. But yeah, it's like a zombie. It's like a sex 50 Shades of Grey turns zombie. It's kind of incestual, not based on any real life experiences or thoughts. It's just something that comes to me, and I had this book written for a minute. So,
what were you doing in Colorado?
Seeing my family.
Seeing your family? I don't know what kind of backwards twist life you have. You were having sex with your brother.
No, I wish.
You wish?
I do. I love incest.
Yeah, but the reason I said all that is I always envisioned Tom Hanks to play my father. I always envisioned to play the girl. I think I'm a little too old now. I'm 31. So I think the girl would have to be quite young or look quite young. I think you have to be 18 now is like the rules.
It's like the rules.
The rules. I don't know the rules. The rules of what? rules of being in movies. I know, like Jodie Foster in Taxi Driver got in a lot of trouble because she was only like 13, so like she couldn't zip up Robert De Niro's pants. I think there's like a few of those incidents. I want to say Juliette Lewis and Cape Fear might have been the same situation. She might have been 18, I'm not sure. Sometimes they get 18-year-olds to look younger, like Winona Ryder in Great Balls of Fire. I talk about that all the time, but I love that movie. So maybe they got, I think now they get 18 to look younger. I don't know. I probably would do that for my movie, but it was so weird to see because as I was watching Tom Hanks play Mr. Rogers, which I didn't know much about Mr. Rogers, the movie didn't get too in depth to Mr. Rogers. If anything, it just made him seem like a saint, which his wife in the movie had said she didn't want it to be a saint. She said saints are unattainable, that you have to work to be as nice as Mr. Rogers was. But you didn't get to know. I thought maybe we'd see the dark side of Mr. Rogers. You kind of got the dark side of a fictitious character, I believe. I believe the reporter was a fictitious character. I know it was based on a real article, but I believe his storylines might have been a fictitious. I don't know. It was pretty good. Would I recommend seeing it? There's probably better movies to see. Frozen 2, The Joker's really good. Yeah, so that's kind of what we did on Thanksgiving. So much happening in the news that I wanted to comment on because we don't have Jordan here to give us an update and we don't have a guest, but we are going to start having guests. Once this all comes together, this is my first audio tryout at home, so if this all sounds good, I'm sure I'll get some feedback. But
5%. Do you realize how much 5% was of our last one? That should be enough. But also like highlights
Money earned
and
from podcast highlights and 5% of the podcast revenue to pay the crew.
He takes that 5%.
Then his 5% to send Jeff Bezos to the moon.
if this all sounds good, then I think we'll be able to go forward.
Because you love money doesn't mean.
If this all sounds good, then I think we'll be able to go forward, and then Jordan will be here to test the 3 microphones at once. Hey guys, and we're back. Sorry about that. I'm at home.
Girl. Oh my gosh. I was just saying earlier in my stream that like the idea of having a podcast for me, okay, it sounds ridiculous. And let me explain to you why. Because for you to sit down and think that what you're saying is any more different than anybody else in this world or any other leader or anybody else is doing way better than you or whatever have you is so egotistical to me that it's just like, yes, I like the idea that people like hearing me speak and they would love to hear me on a podcast. But without an established audience, there's no reason for you to be having a podcast, especially if you're just spewing things out like this. Like you need to be organized. You just can't just be sitting there and just talking. Because I get it. I understand. I could sit there and I could talk for an hour and it would probably not be that bad. It'd probably be pretty good. But girl, what you're saying, first of all, you didn't even have any sort of backing around it at all. From like, for example, there is a movie. What is that movie called? Child, I can't remember right now. I'm Still Here? Something like that. I will insert it. That is a movie that explains trafficking in such a beautiful way, and it makes you just understand how it plays out from top to bottom. I mean, beautifully done. But the way you're talking about what you want to do sounds actually scary. It's actually scary, and also the idea of you expressing this with a smile on your face is extremely alarming. Extremely alarming. And then to elaborate on the age preference that you want for the character, again, alarming, y'all. Alarming. I don't even know what year this was said. Obviously, I think this is when she first started her podcast. I don't know. Let me know if you have seen this. Let me know your thoughts on this video and this reaction. I'm out of here. I literally can't. I'm gonna go read my books and just curl up and go into a whole nother world, because at this point, who knows what else is gonna be dug up? Who knows what else is being deleted at this exact moment that Trisha is making sure it does not get out? Who knows? And I would love to know what Tom Hanks thinks of this. Can you imagine Tom Hanks' opinion of such a storyline? I would love to hear it. I'm not even going to lie to you. Anyways, love you guys so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and please hit that subscribe button gently. I will see y'all all in my next video, okay? All right. And if you have any other videos that you want me to react to, please link them down below. Because what the heck was that?
Pulling out the coupe in the lot, 12 fuck SWAT.